Hi, we're here to meet Jason, one of the students on our course, to find out a little bit about his journey into coding and why he decided to join Boolean. Let's get going. Hi Jason, how are you?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. Thank you so much for making the time to sit down and chat with us today.
Alright, it's good to see you not on Zoom.
Yeah. Nice to see you in 3D.
Yeah,
excited to spend some time getting to know a little bit about you and your journey. And so maybe we can start at the beginning. What were you doing before Boolean?
Before Boolean, I suppose it's a long story really. Professionally, I studied radio and digital production.
Nice.
University, and then pandemic kind of happened, and then things kind of happened, and then I ended up in insurance, and that was like, it was awful.
Not for you.
Not for me at all. And then I spent some time living abroad sort of during the pandemic, and come back and just fancied a change really. So
Cool.
yeah, and that's why I got into Boolean.
Had you done any at all before you joined us?
Not properly. I mean, I'd sort of had like a little play around, and like I'd actually got a few friends that do it.
Cool.
One of my closest friends has actually just started his first developing job.
No way.
Yeah, and he's doing back end work, like more kind of like cloud stuff.
Cool.
It looks, I've always kind of been close to it, but not actually doing it myself. And it's always been something that I've considered, but sort of different paths have chosen, and now I feel like now's the time.
And I guess moving on, nicely there to your journey at Boolean. So you joined us in November, right?
Yeah, November, beginning of November. So
That put you in month 4, month 5, something like that.
yeah, like in between month 4 and 5. Like we've just started the back end
Cool.
module.
How is that?
It's actually a lot of fun.
Cool.
Like my main tutor, Mike, his background is mainly in back end. So like throughout the course, he's been saying, when we get to back end, you're gonna love it. And like everyone's kind of been a bit apprehensive because like I think because you are playing with data and things like that, you kind of, it's a bit scary managing like a database and APIs and all of that stuff. But I really enjoy it. I like the logic behind it.
Nice.
And for me, I don't know whether it's because I've already had the first few months like practicing on the front end.
Yeah.
But for me, I feel like I've picked this up a lot quicker. So I don't know if that's like representative of my like development journey throughout the course, or whether that's just something I gel with more. I don't know. But
Sure.
It's something I'm really enjoying.
So having a little think about kind of pre-Boolean, what kind of were your goals for the future?
Well, I've always been mainly interested in just travel, to be honest. I've always kind of wanted to be in a position where I could do a job anywhere. I had that kind of experience during COVID, the remote working. I got to live abroad for a year,
Great.
much to the disapproval of my employers, but they didn't mind in the end because I got the work done. But I guess I've just always kind of seen tech as like a very forward-thinking industry.
Yeah, definitely.
And although it's challenging and it takes a lot of mental power to do, it can also be incredibly rewarding to your sort of work-life sort of lifestyle.
100%. And has kind of how you see your future, has that changed now that you're kind of like halfway through the course? Do you like have kind of different goals, different views of where you see yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I think this is the first time where I've really been in a position where I felt like I've been in an industry or like learning to do something that I could really progress within.
Yeah.
I found myself in like, from what I studied at university, getting into internships and jobs and things like that. I always felt that there's a level you get to and then you kind of just plateau and you could spend years trying to get chase for the top. And then, other jobs I've done, which have been more admin based, I just haven't really had the desire to challenge for that.
Sure.
Challenge myself for that promotion.
Sure.
Because I've never really seen myself being there for that long.
Yeah. Kind of what does Boolean mean to you?
Without sounding cheesy, I think It means to me like an actual opportunity. Um, it's given me that kind of skill set and that sort of, I don't know, I don't want to say power, but I don't know how else to describe it.
Yeah.
Just that sort of skill set and like power and drive to actually get where I want to in life. And
Awesome.
absolutely truly rewarding.
Awesome. Awesome.
And yeah, it's just, I don't know how else to describe it.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
And maybe any words of advice that you might have to someone who's thinking about joining Boolean or even just learning to code generally?
Yeah. I guess, yeah. My main piece of advice would be, really consider it before. It's not a decision to be taken lightly. It's a big commitment, and it requires a lot of you to get the most out of it. But I will say that if you're really serious about doing it, and it's something you can see yourself doing, then that's half the battle won.
Yeah.
Because the instructors and the course content will set you on that path.
Yeah.
You have a great course structure. The syllabus of it is just, it really takes you from zero to hero, essentially. I don't know. Like, I look back at what I've done in such a short space of time, and it's incredible. Like, 5 months ago, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
Now, I've made some pretty cool things.
When you joined us and, had to make this decision over again, would you do the same choice?
Well, Patrick, if I could go back in time, I would probably, do a Marty McFly and put some money on some sports bets, and I'd be living in a jacuzzi right now. But no, if the only thing I could do was go back, and, if I had the ability to time travel,
For
this specific thing, absolutely, yeah. Because I've got a lot of foresight now. I can see myself going in a pretty solid direction.
Awesome.
And, I think it's a very good feeling to have. It's very, I don't know how many times I can say rewarding and challenging, but it really is. And, I'm very thankful for this experience.
Jason, thank you so much for making the time to chat with us today. It's been super interesting to hear your thoughts, and we're excited to see what the rest of the course holds for you and your first steps into your new career as a software developer.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. And it's been good.
Pleasure. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Cheers.
It's just time.